It's Michael from Asymmetrical Preparedness. So while I'm driving to work here, I was just thinking about what I was going to talk about. And first off, I wanted to apologize if the video is bumpy and shaky. It's because, that's what happens when you drive a one-ton truck. So, but, I don't know. If you don't like watching shaky videos, I guess just don't watch these ones. If I feel that when I review it afterwards the content is good enough and it doesn't look too bad, then I'll go ahead and post this anyway. So it may just be something we have to deal with sometimes. With that said, the topic I was thinking about today was prepper locations, like where to live. What are the best places to live? And I'm talking pre-SHTF and into an SHTF scenario, a WRL scenario. Because after WRL, SHTF, I feel pretty much anywhere rural with low population density, having terrain features, aka hills, mountains, valleys, that kind of stuff, would be a good place to be. Well, better than better than wide open flat plains where somebody can see you coming from miles away, and or urban areas, which are not going to be the place to be. I think you guys already all know that. But thinking about where people can move to, relocate to, ideas for places to set up your homestead, your retreat location, whatever, however you want to look at it, whatever you want to call it. Top states that pop out in my mind that I've thought about moving to are Idaho, Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and or parts of Texas. Maybe even Tennessee, Kentucky area. There may be some other states in there. I haven't really looked into that many of them as much as I have the first four I mentioned. So some of the things I've thought about, I love Idaho. It's beautiful. Living here in Washington, it's not that far off as far as for me to go look at places. I love the mountains. Some of the positives are, low population density in areas. I'm talking mainly about the panhandle of Idaho, North Idaho. Low population density, mountainous terrains, very difficult for the Golden Horde to get to you, and or any kind of military campaign to be forged against you, whether it be by actual military forces, foreign invasion, gangs, bad people, groups of bad people, don't know what else to call them, bad guys, to form up against you. It's more difficult in terrain like that. And in areas like that, there's a lot of funnels, a lot of natural land features that provide you protection. One of the drawbacks to the other states I talked about may be a little bit shorter growing season. Although, you can overcome that with greenhouses and or other methods, raised beds, maybe some kind of solar radiant heating through the beds. There's a lot of, there's different options. I think there's a lot of good people in Idaho, especially that part of Idaho. I know that the Lightfoot militia is really active in that area. I think it's the 63rd. Good guys, I think. I think they have it right when it comes to how to do a militia. I'm not saying they don't have any bad guys. I'm not saying they haven't been infiltrated. I'm not assuming anything because I don't know. I'm not part of it. I've just heard a lot of good things. I've talked to a lot of the members in that area. So yeah, Idaho I think is really good. I think the politics are pretty good. But some of the downsides I think is that they're starting to be Californized. California 2.0, as well as a lot of other states like here in Washington. Things are going bad and getting worse all the time. And I think Idaho is a little more likely to be Californized. turn into a communist utopia because of, I don't know, I may be wrong about this, but it just seems that liberals and liberal-minded people may be a little more drawn to areas like Idaho than they would be, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma area, the Ozarks, just because I think they feel like they would fit in more. I think they feel that people in the Ozark area are just a bunch of redneck hillbillies that are idiots and gun-toting fools, which, obviously I don't believe that, but I think they may look at that, look at the heat, humidity, and just be a little more turned off to areas like that. So I think Idaho may be a little more suspect or subject to Californication and being communized. So, it seems like a lot of places are just like that's spreading everywhere. So I don't know if anywhere is safe. To me, I think that, like I said, Idaho is maybe a little more subject to that. I don't know. I hope not. But there's a lot of good people, especially in North Idaho. A lot of tribe, mag type people, preppers. So a lot of people up there because of the winters and the harsher environments and the remoteness of it. I think a lot of people are preppers without even knowing it, just because that's the lifestyle. They have to be. Yes, as far as a defensive capability, wow, North Idaho, oh yeah, really good. There's a lot of good things going on there. Yeah, it's beautiful. Water abounds. You have snow runoff, you have lakes, you have streams, you have rivers, ponds, a lot of places, which I know the other places, the Ozarks, do too. So that's another reason that's positive. I think the soil is pretty good up there in northern Idaho, even though like I said, the growing season may be a little shorter. A lot of things are positive for preppers and like-minded people. If you've ever heard of the American Redoubt movement, Idaho is part of the American Redoubt, which is basically an area that conservative, God-fearing, liberty-minded people are encouraged to move and to establish, an area of like-minded people. So if, maybe if that happens or picks up steam, that Idaho can be saved from the Californication. I'm not really sure. Because let me see, Eastern Washington, Eastern Oregon, Montana, and Wyoming are also part of the American Redoubt. Wyoming sounds like it may be a pretty decent place to be. Montana that's pretty much Californicated, just like Washington. Communists are taking over Montana as well as as Washington. Oregon's already gone. Washington's pretty much gone. The whole west coast is gone pretty much. I live in Washington, but I'd love to get out. Just life circumstances don't allow me to at this point. It's not necessarily a money issue. It's just some other issues. Yeah, Idaho, maybe Wyoming. Land is a little more expensive there than the Ozark area. I think housing, overall cost of living is a little bit more there. So that's what Ozark's got going on for it, is a lower cost of living, lower land prices. Although, some of the areas, the land prices are definitely rising. If you ever watch Pastor Joe of Viking Preparedness, he talks about that. When he bought land, it was way cheaper. 10 to 15 years ago, I don't know how long ago he bought his land and created Shofar Mountain, which is an awesome idea. Love that idea. Wish more areas like that would exist in this country today. But I think overall it's less expensive than Idaho, Wyoming area. I've looked at a lot of land and properties in all these areas, and that's what I've come to find at least. Ozark area. I'll start off with Missouri. Missouri, yeah. I think northern Missouri, where all the cities are, not good. Southern Missouri, central Missouri, maybe. nice. The Ozark area, nice. Yeah, sorry, I thought I had a glitch in my video. Something popped up on my screen. I don't know. Anyway, so Missouri. Some things I don't like about Missouri and Arkansas and Oklahoma is I've spent most of my life on the West Coast, and the humidity, woo, that kills me every time I go back to that area. I know some people. I've spent some time in Missouri, Arkansas area, so yeah, you know, it's something I know that I get used to. I just have to deal with it. It's not a detracting factor that's that big of a deal. Just a sec. Water, it's good for you. Sorry to sidetrack, but these things are awesome. I don't even know, it's like 24 ounces of water. Man, I drink probably 10 of those a day, at least. Hydration is very good for your body. But that's a side note. Missouri. They're a weird state. I think maybe because they're a border state. You know, like Civil War, Mason-Dixon line, all that. So, you know, some of the people fought for the South, some people fought for the North, you know, for the North. They have some weird things. They're really good, awesome in some areas. But then a little suspect, and, you know, makes you question in other areas. So they're a little harder to read. I think out of the Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma area, I think Missouri would probably be the most likely to fall to communism. But, you know, another thing is I absolutely hate snakes. I cannot stand snakes. Anytime I see a snake, I kill it. I don't care what it is. I know I was back to spend some time in Missouri, and I killed a snake, and I was informed that was a black snake, which is a good snake. I guess they eat other snakes. I don't know, but I don't like snakes at all. I also killed this humongous copperhead that I was informed was the largest copperhead they'd ever seen. It's funny, I was doing some riding mower work on keeping the grass short for the kids, you know, to keep the snakes out of the area, and saw this flash of, you know, orange out of the side of the corner of my eye, and it was a snake. So I jump off the riding mower, running across the yard. Everybody's looking at me like, laughing, like, what the heck is that guy running from? And of course they're thinking, you know, I was West Coast, you know, they're all thinking, oh, that northern boy, what's he doing? He's running from, you know, what the heck is he doing? I'm running for the 410. I grab the shotgun, go running back, and I start blasting it. It's getting away in the bushes and stuff. I start blasting away at any piece of orange I can see. I can't see where its head is. I don't even know. I don't want to go back in those bushes. Because like I said, I don't like snakes. So eventually it stopped moving, and I was able to like drag it out of there with the barrel of the 410. I'd blown it into like 4 or 5 different pieces, practically barely hanging on to each other. I took that sucker out, but then when I drug it out, they're all, you know, the people that live there were like, "Whoa, man, that's the biggest copperhead I've ever seen." And yeah, thanks for shooting it. And they were all laughing about the fact they saw me running. I looked so funny. They were like, "Man, you were running fast." I'm like, "Heck yeah, I was getting that 410 and taking that snake out. I'm not gonna let that sucker get away." Anyway, side story. So yeah, Missouri. I don't think it's too bad of an option. So positives, you know, they're growing. You know, they had a huge garden. They grew a lot of stuff. Really good for gardening, I think. As long as you know how to do it properly for that environment. They always had a huge garden, huge amount of crops, food coming in. So I think, you know, self-sustainability will be really good there. Lots of wildlife. Lots of low population density areas, terrain features. I'm not saying mountains, because to me, you know, people say Ozark Mountains and I laugh. Okay, there's no mountains in Arkansas or Missouri. Those are hills to me. The Cascades, the Rockies, the Olympic Mountains, those are mountains. The Ozarks are hills to me. Hope I didn't offend anybody. Not knocking it. I get it. They're your mountains. But to me, those are just hills. Those are like speed bumps compared to our mountains. I mean, my bug out location is, you know, around the 5,000 foot elevation, which doesn't even exist anywhere in the state of Arkansas or Missouri or Oklahoma or anywhere in that whole geographical region. So anyway, and I know the difference is Ozarks are just older mountains. They've just been worn down over time. Whereas all the mountains I'm talking about around where I'm used to around here are younger mountains. And so that's why they're steep, they're sharp. You know, the terrain features are totally different. I get it. They're all mountains. They just grew at different points in time. So anyway, Missouri. I think it's a pretty good location, especially the Ozark area of Missouri. Arkansas. I think Arkansas is an even better option. Like I said, I think it's a little less subject to communization. I think that liberals are more afraid of Arkansas. I think they picture Arkansas as even more backwoods, redneck, hillbilly-ish, which to me is a good thing. You know, they don't like it, but just a sec, I have to pause the video. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back for a sec. I'll have to pause in just a sec, but you know, Arkansas, same kind of things, you know, snakes, humidity, it's all stuff I'd have to deal with. I'd have to just get over it and learn to deal with it, which I don't have a problem with. Snake boots and a Taurus Judge for a snake gun with a, you know, birdshot, 410 birdshot loaded would be my best friend for peace of mind and probably for use. So, good people, I think, you know, from what I've heard. Spent some time in Arkansas. Same thing, Ozarks, you got terrain features, you have low population dense areas, you have lower cost of living, I think, you know, compared to some areas. So, just a sec. Apologize for keep on pausing the video. I work on a military installation and I have to pause the video every once in a while because I need to be aware of what's in the background, what you guys are seeing. And, you know, obviously I know where I can film and where I can't film, so I'm not worried about that. I just don't want people seeing, you know, certain things they don't need to see. Anyway, Arkansas, they'd be one of my top areas. The Ozark area. Here in a sec, let me get a drink. Alright, appealing things for me. Conservative, like-minded people, good values, just simple, down-to-earth people. That's my kind of people. I don't do drama. I don't like. I don't like city people at all. I really don't like most people. I like good people, good moral, ethical people that are like-minded, and there's not that many out there. I mean, I know there's a lot out there, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, in every single little tiny geographical area, you don't find as many. You know what I'm saying? I think you get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But so Arkansas, I think, would probably be top of my list, if not the eastern, probably southeastern or just eastern area of Oklahoma. You know, the area that's Ozarkish. Same kind of people, low population density. I think it's in those areas, from what I've heard, it's a lot easier to form tribe, mags, groups like that, because there's a lot more people that get it. If you're moving there from a place like me, moving from Washington State, you know, it would take me a while to fit in. I'd have to prove myself. I'd have to take it easy. You know, they're a little more laid back there, do things at a little slower pace. But that's me. I'm pretty, you know, relaxed person. I'm not all high strung or anything like that. I think I get along fine in those areas. It'd just be an adjustment. It would be a chance, a time for those people, people who live there to get to know me and know that who I am as a person. And I'm confident that I would fit right in. They'd get to know me. They'd know that I'm a good guy and a hard worker. Have my mind in the right place, my head in the right place, my soul in the right place, and everything would be fine. So I think if you want to move into those areas, great. Just don't expect everything to happen quickly. Don't expect everybody to come over and say hi to you and just become your best friend instantly. A lot of people in those areas, pass down land generation. People live in those areas. They don't leave those areas a lot of times. So you may call them more cliquish. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but but when what I feel is when you actually when you do make friends, you make good quality friends. Like in Washington State, it seems like, people of faith, I find, certain areas and ways I find people that are really good people, but people in general in this area are just really wishy-washy. They're not good friends. They just, I don't know. They're just not good quality friends. They're like acquaintances. It's hard to build those bonds. And just a sec. Okay, now I'm parked. So, no more shakiness. No more dealing with all that stuff. So here we go. Just want to finish up the video. So yeah, Arkansas, Oklahoma, top two choices. I think I'd love to move to those areas, to the Ozark area. I don't know when or if I'm going to be able to. So I hope me talking about this a little bit and putting out some ideas, some thoughts about those areas, and just talking about those areas. I'm sure that if you're watching this channel, you've probably already heard of those areas, talked about those areas, thought of those areas. So you probably already know, so it's nothing probably new. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and what my personal thoughts were. I feel drawn to the Ozark area, honestly. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I think Heavenly Father's drawing His people to the Ozarks. I agree with Pastor Joe from Viking Preparedness and TJ from Bear Independent and other, people, Home Skillet, The Revolting Man, Millennial Man, a lot of YouTube channels out there, a lot of good people. And they're all kind of in that area as far as I know. Yeah, so I really feel drawn to that area. I hope I get there someday soon, before it's too late. I know we may not have much time, so I really need to get there and get established. But those are just some thoughts, positive and negatives. I think the growing season, the ability to grow your own food, produce your own food, is probably better in the Ozark area than it would be in Idaho. Like I said, I think Idaho is a little more subject to liberalism, as well as maybe Missouri. Missouri's hit or miss. They have a lot of good policies, some weird ones. From everything I've heard about Arkansas and seen in Arkansas, love it. Don't have any real issues other than the humidity and snakes. I don't know. I think they're really good people in that area. I think it's a really good place to be. Like I said, I feel drawn to it. I think land and stuff overall is less expensive there. Way less expensive than here in Washington State. I mean, a 2-bedroom house on half an acre, you're talking like under 1,800 square foot house, 1,600 square foot house on half an acre or even a quarter acre here, depending on the area, is anywhere from $200,000 to $350,000. And that's just a 2-bedroom, a 2 or 3 bedroom house on like not half an acre or less. It's insane housing prices here. For $200,000, you could probably get 10, 20 acres and a 2,600 square foot house in the Ozark area, or if not more. smaller house, more land, whatever. I mean, depending on where you are, what land prices are, you get probably 4 or 5 times what you can get here for the same price. That's why I'm looking to hopefully cash out, get the heck out of here, Kumpf, which is come out of hurt my people, and get out of the Washington area. Got some military guys walking by in the background. I apologize for that, but it is what it is. I work on a military base. So, yeah, I hope I give you some good thoughts or some good ideas, some good things to think about. Exercise every day, eat right, healthy, whole, natural foods. Don't worry about fad diets, please. If you're going to have fat, have fat. If you're going to have butter. Real butter, not margarine or some nasty crap. That stuff has so many preservatives and nasty, unnatural crap in it. It's worse than just real butter or real cheese or anything. Just eat real food. Um, Food that grows from the ground, animals that are raised. Try to stay away from packaged, pre-processed, or prepackaged processed crap. Just stick to natural, whole, healthy foods. Just a sec. Alright, sorry, I had a loudspeaker setting off an announcement in the background. Just didn't want that to be on video. Yeah, so, and prepare a little bit every day, guys, gals. Please, be positive. Know that you're loved, and do the things that you can do now in the good times to take care of your family, so you're set. You're better off in the bad times. Yeah, I just put out these videos to empower you guys. Hopefully you learn something. Hopefully you enjoy them. If you like the videos, you like the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please share the videos. Wherever you share them. I don't know, other social media sources. Please like them. Comment below. I welcome all comments. I'll respond to all the comments. Hit the like button, or already said that. Hit the like button. Just spread the word. Spread the love. Get the word out. I really enjoy doing this. I want to be here for you guys. Got quite a few, to me, new members lately, like 8 or 9, 10 new members. I think that's sweet. I think I'm up to 90 members. Woo, yeah, big time, be a YouTube star. No, I'm kidding. I just do this out of fun, and I want to get the word out. I want people to awaken people. I want to empower people, and I just want people to know they're loved, and do this for fun. Peace of mind, and just do a little bit every day. Continue prepping, and blessings.